gentlemen, thank you for gracing us on this special occasion. It's truly an honor to again come on this dais and present to you this remarkable, unmatchable luxury right in front of you. And also, thanks for reaching here by beating the traffic. I know it's been tough. So here we are launching the Palace Residences in Dubai Hills Estate. Now let's take some time and understand what does the Palace brand resonate. When you think about Palace, two things come to my mind. One is heritage and one is luxury. Now if you see, the first Palace hotel was delivered in 2007. It was almost 17 years back, and you can all see how luxurious and royal the Palace downtown is. And then 10 years later, we delivered the Palace Beach Resort in Fujairah in a gap of a decade. Now that's how premium and exclusive we have the Palace brand, which typically comes once in 7 to 10 years. Now what has happened over the last 5 years is we wanted to add the modern lifestyle element to luxury and heritage. Now that's when we came up with the Palace Residences in Dubai Creek Harbour, which is right now open, and this luxury is unmatched. So let's have a sneak peek of how the new Palace Hotel in the Dubai Creek Harbour looks like. Now imagine when all of this luxury arrives at Dubai's most sought after and premium master community, Dubai Hills. Now when you talk about Dubai Hills, I don't think anyone who is sitting here would say it's a community or it's a master community. Every one of us feel it's like a city in itself. Now, if you talk about any city, whenever there's an urban planning going on, you talk about, you need to have healthcare, you need to have education system there, you need to have commercial buildings, you need residential, you need entertainment, leisure, all of this to cover all aspects of a perfect city. Now, when you come to Dubai Hills Estate, talking about all of those aspects, you have one hospital already ready, you have commercial dedicated business parks, you have bespoke residential townhouses and villas, you have the Dubai Hills Mall, you have Dubai Hills Park, the 18-hole championship golf course for leisure, and you have 3 schools. Now, we all take it for granted. There's a lot of work which goes behind all of this. Now, when you talk about why did somebody get a 40% appreciation in Dubai Hills in the last 4 years, it is not because of just one tower, but it is about the ecosystem around what we've made. And I'm very proud in telling you guys, we are the only company in Dubai which actually cares for the customers, and we give all of this in a master community, let it be Dubai Hills Estate or Dubai Creek Harbour or downtown. You name the community, you have a perfect lifestyle, and we make a city in itself. Now the luxury of Palace arrives in Dubai Hills Estate, introducing the first 5-star branded residential apartments in Dubai Hills Estate. Now this is the location of Palace. You are 50 meters away from the mall. You are right on the park, and you're also facing the address Hillcrest Villas on the Ray side, which makes it a 360-degree wonderful views on 4 sides. We will talk about the views in detail when we reach that slide, but here I am presenting to you the facade of the Palace. Now if you look at the Palace, these are 3 towers with almost a 4-acre podium. We're talking about 170,000 square foot of podium space with an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Now this is the kind of luxury which probably we've not given before, and that is why this makes Palace a very unique opportunity for all the customers investing in this project. If you look at the views, on one side you have the Dubai Hills Mall and the Guinness World Record holder of the roller coaster. Obviously you have the beautiful views of the park, and on the rear side you have the view of the beautiful water ponds in address Hillcrest. Now let me take you into some majestically redefining views from the Palace apartments. This is the view of the park. This is the view of the park from the apartments. Let's have a look at all the amenities in the Palace residences. Now just take some time and have a look at the entrance lobby. Now who wouldn't want to enter into this lobby every day? I still believe the luxury of living in such a lifestyle development, you should have a very niche and a very luxurious lobby, because that 15 seconds of walk from your lobby space to elevator makes a big difference. Now this is where luxury is defined. If you look at the lobby, it is perfectly curated to a 5-star branded Palace residence, and this is what you're going to get in all the 3 towers. This is the map of the 3 towers. We'll go in detail with the amenities. This is the landscaping. You have a 50-meter Olympic-sized pool. You have multiple tennis courts and paddle courts. You have a kids pool area. You have barbecue areas. You have yoga decks, outdoor decks. If you look at the podium space, you're talking about over 180,000 square foot of podium space, which makes it the largest podium we've designed in Dubai Hills Estate. Now having a sneak peek of what's outside and how will the life look like when it actually gets delivered. Now this is the render of the pool with the beautiful views of the park. You can have a lot of leisure activities on the podium with different sports activities, including tennis, paddle and basketball. There's different children's play areas and lawn areas with barbecues. Now these are different entrances of staircases into the podium area. You have kids splash pool and barbecue area. Now these are the different sports elements we have on the podium. Now, we also have a very luxurious element we've given in this tower, which is the beautiful sky terraces. All the 3 towers are gonna have sky terraces on the 16th, 18th and 19th floor for you to enjoy a beautiful sunset. Now this is something which we have not given on any tower on the park. So this is something very curated for the Palace on the park side of the Dubai Hills Estate. Now we've seen what's outside of the Palace. Now let's get into the most luxurious interiors of Palace. Now this is the lavish living and dining room. The floor to ceiling windows in the bedrooms obviously maximize the light inside the house. This is another render for the living and dining. And this is the bedroom render. Looking at the project massing, we have 3 towers, tower 1, 2, 3. We'll be launching tower 1 and 2 first. If you look at all the 1 bedrooms, most of the 1 bedrooms are facing towards the address Hillcrest area. So this is basically a 1 bedroom at a 1.76 million facing actually the water. So I don't think there is prime, non-prime inventory in this project. All of the inventory is prime because there are 360 degrees view from all of the sides. Your 2 bedrooms are the ones in the blue. So you have the 2 bedrooms and the 3 bedrooms facing the park, and you have majority of the 1 bedrooms and some 2 bedrooms facing the address Hillcrest side. Coming to the floor plans, we make very efficient floor plans. These are 754 square foot 1 bedrooms with fully space optimized. If you look at, there is no space wastage in any of the room. These are rectangular layouts with open kitchen. So if you look at every centimeter of the 750 square foot is optimally utilized in this layout. The 2-bedroom average size is 1181 square foot. Again, if you look at this, rectangular-ish layouts with open kitchen, maximizing the living and dining area. You have 2 bedrooms and 2 washrooms with a separate laundry area. Now, 3-bedroom is one of my favorites. If you look at this layout, we've optimized this beautifully crafted layout in 1540 square foot. Now, the 1540 square foot will show you how important it is when we come to the pricing. We have a semi-closed kitchen. If some customers would like to close it, they can use a glass element to close the kitchen with a rectangular living dining with 3 bedrooms, having 2 washrooms and a separate maid's room with a maid's bath. You also have a separate powder room for the guests. Now let's understand, okay, it's great we talk about our product. You know, a lot of times we don't talk about what's happening in the market. When you talk to your clients, it is very important for you to benchmark where Emaar is and where the competition is to show them how valuable the investment what they're going to make in the palace is. Now there'll be some numbers popping out on the screen and you should tell me what these numbers are. You know what these numbers are? These numbers are the per square foot rates of recently launched buildings. You know where? In JLT and in Business Bay. These are stand-alone projects which launched at this price. Now we need to understand any appreciation happens when you enter the project at the right time. So the per square foot rate is extremely important and that is where the opportunity is. Now if you look at what we are launching at this price, what is going to come up on the screen, I can definitely tell you your customers are not looking at anything less than 50% by the handover because it is Palace branded, it is on the park and you're entering at a 2350 dirham per square foot. Now I'll tell you why this is a great opportunity, because a lot of times we just talk about, well, you know what, price, layouts, this is a payment plan. But you need to understand what does a branded residential actually mean. There's a survey in the market which tells you that 30% of the customers actually prefer standalone residential developments with a brand. But they don't want to pay the service fees associated with that kind of brands. And that's why what we've done, we don't do service apartments, we don't give furniture, we give branded apartments. What does it mean? You have the luxury in the lobbies, you have the luxury in the common areas, you have all the luxuries what a hotel resort has, but you're not paying the service fees. And that is what makes branded residential a super hit in recent times. Also, if you compare with what is happening with the Palace Dubai Creek Harbour, Palace Dubai Creek Harbour today has a 20% higher rental than any other product around Palace. It is just because of the brand associated with that tower. The same thing even with the prices. So in terms of price and rental yield, the Palace brand is giving 20% higher rental yields and appreciation than the other towers around it. Now what does it mean to us? If you look at Dubai Hills Estate, a lot of people ask me, where do you see Dubai Hills Estate in 4 years? I tell them one thing, you cannot predict any future, but what you can definitely show to investors is our history. That's why our past history of the last 3-4 years is very important to see where the product will go in the next 4 years. Dubai Hills Estate has grown by 35% in the last 3 years. Now taking this curve, also because we have to be very careful, it doesn't happen with all developments. Now why does Emaar project appreciate like this? Because at every juncture where we see that the price is kind of stagnated, you have a new addition. You have the golf course, then you have the park, then you get the commercial buildings, then you have the Dubai Hills Mall, and all of this is only possible in a master community which Emaar makes. So as we spoke about, we are easily looking at over 3,300 dirham per square foot, probably in the next 3 to 4 years, which gives your customers at least a 30 to 40% appreciation on the sale value. Same thing with the rentals. A collective 750 square foot apartment today, and all of you know this, when you go to the portals or most of you are renting this as well, is going 140,000 dirhams. It is right next to the product, by the way. Now imagine how much rent would this size apartment get you for a 5-star brand. And that is why the rental yields of this project will be nothing less than 7 to 9% on the handover date. Coming to what we have to sell, we have only 620 units to sell, out of which 44% are 1 beds, 41% are 2 beds, and 13% are 3 beds. We also have a unique opportunity for your investors. Now, this is a kind of a project which will define a lot of appreciation for your investors, and hence we will be opening half floors and full floors for your investors. The half floors are 7 units, 8,500 square foot for 20.6 million. Now, this is the price of the 10th floor. The full floor of 16 units will be 16,500 square foot for 39.5 million. This is the price of the 20th floor. Now, coming to the commercials, the 1 bedroom are starting at 1.76 million, making this an unbeatable opportunity at 2350 dirham per square foot. The 2 bedrooms will make it more sweeter for you, are starting at 2.59 million at 2200 dirham per square foot. Now the 3 bedrooms, now I told you wait for the pricing sheet. What do you think is the right price for a 3 bedroom? 4 million, 4.5 million? I know Mulberry is trading at 5.5 million. We will start the 3 bedrooms at 3.58 million, making this the best 3 bedroom opportunity we've released this year. Let's make it more sweeter, guys. You know, a lot of you have given us feedback. Can you tweak the payment plan a bit? Can you make it more sweeter for the investors? Yes, we can. So we'll only pay 20%. So 20% 2024, 20% 2025, 20 in 26, 20 in 27.